Hey, y'all. Welcome to the heartwarming embrace of the Cheerful Embracing Life's Transition podcast. I'm Jeannie, and today in episode 10, we're about to embark on a journey that transcends time. It's a journey that explores the very essence of love, the dance of romance, and the triumphant stories that define our existence and have so many transitions we can glean from. So, for the next 4 episodes, we are going to look at the book of Ruth and the transitions faced there. So, let's begin with the introduction. Here we go. Love, romance, challenges, and triumphs. These elements of life can be found all around us. No need to switch on to the TV, to Lifetime or the Hallmark Channel. Instead, let's turn to one of the greatest sources of inspiration, where stories of marriage, forgiveness, and love abound, the Bible. So let's imagine embarking on a journey through the enchanting book of Ruth, a tale resembling a modern day soap opera, filled with all the emotions we experience daily: love, marriage, loss, sorrow, and even anger. It's a story that resonates with the deepest corners of our hearts. Now, you might be thinking, oh, here we go, another book on Ruth. Haven't we exhausted it all? But this one is specifically for those women who are grappling with grief, pain, and doubt, or are on the verge of just giving up. And hey, don't skip out if you're currently content and living an extraordinary life, because life surprises us with challenges that can bring us straight to our knees. So let's embark on this soap opera together. It's time to immerse ourselves in the story. So let's take a moment to dive into the historical background of the book of Ruth, and let's get acquainted to the characters before the real stuff happens. So Ruth is one of the only 2 books in the Bible named after a woman, and it carries a powerful message for all women. We matter, and God has extraordinary plans for each of us. Although this book's author remains unknown, what truly matters is that the words within it are divinely inspired, for the Bible itself is God-breathed. So this spotlight shines on 2 women, Ruth, a Moabite, and Naomi, a Canaanite. Naomi's family comprises of her husband, Amalek, and her sons, Mahlon and Chilion. Now, it's worth noting that Moabites were forbidden to marry Canaanites, adding an element of forbidden love to this captivating tale. It's almost as if we're stepping into a real Hatfield and McCoy story. And yet, in God's marvelous plan, a Moabite woman becomes a vessel for showcasing spiritual character, suggesting that the state of Israel must have been in dire need of such an example. Now, the real story unfolds, inviting us to embark on a magnificent journey through the tale of Ruth. In this journey, we will discover the power of love, the strength of resilience, and the transformative nature of hope. It is a story that uplifts our spirits, imparts valuable lessons, and reminds us that even in life's complexities, love and hope remain within our grasp. As we navigate life's transition, let Ruth's story serve as a beacon of inspiration, guiding us toward a future filled with love, hope, and unwavering faith. While we are exploring this book, let's remember these questions. How can the story of Ruth resonate with women who are facing grief, pain, doubt, or just wanting to give up? Even if you're currently content and living a good life, are you open to exploring the unexpected challenges that life may bring and the lessons we can learn from them? And also, let's think about in what ways can Ruth's journey of showcasing spiritual character provide guidance and inspiration for our own lives. So now let's step into section 2. So now let's step into section 2. 2 joyous unions and 3 celebrations of life. So let's imagine this. Naomi and Amalek, they're in a severe famine in Judah, and they made a bold decision to venture to Moab for a while. So with their sons in tow, it seemed they hadn't left any sweethearts behind because it says just the 2 sons. Little did they know on their journey that it would lead to a series of remarkable events. Here's where the story takes an exciting turn. Both of Naomi's sons found love and married Moabite women, which we said Canaanites did not marry Moabites. Initially, Naomi may not have been really thrilled about this, but as we'll discover later episodes, she cast aside her concerns and treats her daughter-in-laws with selflessness and kindness. So in chapter 1, we're just in it, in verses 3 through 4, tragedy strikes. Naomi's husband passes away, and leaving her 2 sons, who then go to marry Moabite women. The sons, though, they only got married after their father's death. So perhaps they were seeking silence after their loss, or they felt it was time to start their own families in the absence of their father. Regardless of the reason and timing, they got married. But around about a decade of marriage, both sons tragically die. So just imagine the immense sorrow that enveloped Naomi in those 10 years. She not only did she relocate far away from her beloved friends and family in Judah, she endured the loss of her husband, witnessed her sons marrying Moabite women, and eventually had to face the heart-wrenching grief of losing both her sons. Guys, it's hard to fathom the death, pain, and worry she must have experienced. The weight of the world must have seemed unbearable for her. You can relate to such challenging days. Have you lost a spouse or a child, or maybe even both? Are you currently battling an illness and feel isolated? Are you stuck in a difficult situation? Well, let's take heart. Remember who is in control. God is in complete control. As we delve deeper into Naomi's story in the coming weeks, we will witness how God's blessings overflow when she turns to her faith, choosing goodness over evil, and demonstrating a selfless concern for others. It serves as a powerful reminder that God is always by our side, even in our darkest moments. Naomi's journey will illuminate the unwavering presence of God in our lives and the transformative power of faith. So let's hold on tight, for the tale of Naomi is an awe-inspiring testament to God's unfailing love and grace. So before we leave today, let's think about these questions. Can you imagine the challenges that Naomi faced? Relocating, losing her husband, children marrying Moabite women, and losing her sons? How can her story resonate with you or people who have experienced similar losses and hardships? Have you ever found yourself in a situation where it felt like the world's weight was too much to bear? How did you navigate through these challenging days? How can we remind ourselves that God is in complete control, even in our sorrows and difficulties? What strategies or practices help you hold on to faith and trust in God's unwavering presence? Let's reflect on your life. How have you witnessed God's blessings overflowing when you returned to faith and embraced His goodness and prioritized caring for others? And let's think about how Naomi's story serves as a powerful reminder that God's love and grace are ever present, even in the darkest moments of our lives. What aspects of her journey resonate with you? And how can her story inspire and uplift you? And how can you hold on to hope and faith, drawing from Naomi's story as you navigate your trials and difficulties? So as we wrap up today's episode 10 of Cheerful Embracing Life's Transition, I invite you to stay connected for the upcoming episodes as we journey through Ruth and how this book's transitions can help you. I've linked the book of Ruth in the show notes for you to read. And until we meet again, allow the beacon of love to illuminate your path, and may your hearts be eternally lifted with joy and inspiration. I pray this episode discussing the book of Ruth has allowed you to reflect on your life challenges and how you approached them. Now, if you're interested in being part of a community of women navigating transitions, consider joining the Cheerful Transition Journey Facebook group. You can find the link in the show notes. This group aims to support, encourage, and guide each other through life's transitions and challenges. Well, guys, that's it for episode 10. Thank you for joining. And I ask you to share this episode with someone, like it or comment, and pray to God to give you someone you could send it to, guys. And don't forget to follow me. Until we meet again, bye, guys.